Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today I'm going to be doing my NBA Conference Finals predictions between the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals. Minnesota Timberwolves and Oklahoma City Thunder is the Western Conference Finals, and the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers is the Eastern Conference Finals. Now let's get into my predictions. I'm going to start off in the Western Conference between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is the first Western Conference Finals since 1996 that does not include a California or Texas team. Oklahoma City will be back in the conference finals for the first time since 2015-16 finals when they played the Warriors and we're up 3-1 and blew a 3-1 lead. Then what happened later, I don't really want to remind OKC fans, but non-OKC fans, so OKC fans, maybe close your ears. Then Kevin Durant left. The Warriors won 2 championships, and then OKC started to go into decline. But they're back at the top now. They've got, I think, the best team in the NBA, and they're ready I think they're ready to go to the NBA Finals. Then the New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers, that'll be an interesting matchup. We're going to get into that in just a second. I'm going to go over predictions for the Thunder-Wolves series first. I've got the Thunder winning Game 1. I just do not see this Oklahoma City Thunder team losing Game 1 at home. Not only that, you've got the fact that this team plays so good at home. And another thing I look at is that the teams in the second round that had more rest all lost. In the Thunder and the Nuggets, had a Game 7 against the Clippers. They did not have a lot of rest. The Thunder swept the Grizzlies and had a lot of rest. The Thunder lost in Game 1, looked rusty. You can look in the same series in the Western Conference, Minnesota, Golden State has a 7-game series with the Rockets. Meanwhile, you had Minnesota, who beat the Lakers in 5 and had more rest. Minnesota lost Game 1, looked terrible, had one of their worst three-point shooting seasons, one of their worst three-point performances of the season. Then you can even look at the last round as well in the Eastern Conference with the Cavs and the Celtics. The Celtics had a lot more rest, taking the Magic out in 5 games compared to the Knicks beating the Pistons in 6 games. And the Celtics had more rest. The Knicks beat them in game 1. And then same thing with the Pacers and the Cavs. Cavs had swept the Heat. Pacers beat the Bucks in 5, but had I think the Cavs had like 2 extra days off than the Pacers, and the Pacers won Game 1. The team with more rest always lost Game 1 in the second round, last round. So I'm going with OKC winning Game 1, but I got Minnesota bouncing back to win Game 2. And then the series heads to Minnesota. I've got Minnesota winning Game 3 to take a 2-1 lead. Oklahoma City down 2-1 back-to-back series. I got OKC winning Game 4. I got OKC winning Game 5 to take a 3-2 lead. And here's the question. Do they win Game 6 in Minnesota on the road and go to the NBA Finals? Or does it go to Game 7, which would be the first Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals since the 2017-18 season? I've got Minnesota winning Game 6 and not ending their season at home. And we will see a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals for the first time since the 17-18 season. Who wins Game 7? I've got OKC. Let's get to Knicks Pacers. I'm going with the same method. The team that has more rest. The team that has more rest will do better. And the team that has the team that has more rest loses. It's something that it seems weird to say because rest is good. And rest might getting rest like that might do you well later in the series, but it's not going to help in that starting of the series. The Pacers had way more rest than the Knicks. I'm going with the Knicks winning Game 1, also them being at home. But I've got the Pacers and Tyrese Haliburton bouncing back in Game 2. I think Haliburton has an amazing Game 2, and the Pacers win Game 2. But Knicks, I'm going with the Knicks in Game 3 in Indiana. Game 4, I think Tyrese Haliburton has a crazy game. He's got the fan. You've got the fan that got attacked by Knicks fans in New York going to the game. It just seems like a game where Tyrese Haliburton goes crazy and they keep showing the fan on TV and talking about him, and the Pacers win to tie up the series at 2 apiece. And that would be better That'd be better than the Pacers did last year in the conference finals, because last year, just one win in this conference finals would be better than last year, because last year the Pacers got swept. So if you're the Pacers, all you need is one win in the conference finals this year to be better than when you were last year. But 2 wins, I think, would be great. Obviously, you want to win the series, but I think first you got to start off by being better than you were last year in the conference finals. I got the Pacers tying up the series. And yeah, so, then it's 2-2 going to New York. I got New York winning game 5, and the same thing happens. You get the same question. It's 3-2, and are we going to see the Knicks go to the NBA Finals, or are we going to see a second game 7? Last time there were 2 game 7s, it was that same season, 2017-18 season, when the Rockets and Warriors played game 7. The Celtics and Cavs also played game 7 in the conference finals. Outside of that, I don't even know the last time there was 2 game 7s in the conference finals outside of that 2017-18 season. I don't even think I was watching basketball, because I know the season before that, the 2016-17 season, the Cavs beat the Celtics in the conference finals by 5 games. Warriors swept the Spurs. The year before that, the 2015-16 season, the Thunder, they lost in 7 games. I don't remember who the Cavs played that conference finals, but I don't think it went 7 games. That's interesting. Obviously the last time both series went game 7 NBA final, game 7 in the conference finals was was 2017-18 season with Houston, Golden State, Cleveland, Boston, but I'm curious of when was the last time it happened before that. If anyone can answer that in the comment section, please do. But I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it doesn't happen. I've got the Knicks winning game 6 and ultimately winning the series, and Knicks Thunder NBA Finals. I want to say this as well. I have the Knicks Thunder in the NBA Finals. What I want is the Timberwolves Knicks. And because I think that's the most interesting matchup you can look at, it's Anthony Edwards versus Jalen Brunson, 2 of the brightest stars in the league. Yeah, that's a great part of it. But also what I think 3 players that make it really interesting is Karl-Anthony Towns, Julius Randle, and Donte DiVincenzo. Seeing one of the biggest trades in the offseason last year, it was the biggest trade in the offseason. Luka's trade wasn't in the offseason. That was during the season. The Karl-Anthony Towns trade, I don't think it's crazy to say that was the biggest trade we saw during the offseason. And I don't know how many people thought that when that trade was made that both teams would be in the NBA Finals. Maybe some thought the Knicks could be in the NBA Finals with Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, the group they had. But I don't think anyone thought the Timberwolves could get there after letting go of Karl-Anthony Towns. And so it would be crazy to see that. And on top of that, Tom Thibodeau used to coach the Timberwolves, and he's now with the Knicks. That would make it interesting. So not only do you have Edwards versus Brunson in the NBA Finals, you've got Julius Randle and Donte DiVincenzo facing their former team, the Knicks. You've got Karl-Anthony Towns facing his former team, the Timberwolves. You've got Tom Thibodeau coaching against the former team he used to coach against, the Timberwolves. That is the finals I want to see, but I think the finals we will get will be New York versus Oklahoma City. And I think Oklahoma City wins it all. Let me know your thoughts on my predictions, and give me your predictions in the comment section. Peace out.